like to call the January meeting of the Rockland Community College Board of Trustees to order. The time is 7 o'clock, right on time. Mr. Secretary, will you call the roll?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Martin, Chairman.
Here.
Ms. Mary Lou Dillon.
Here.
Trustee Grant Valentine. Here. Trustee Mary Ellen Dice.
Here.
Trustee Eliana Eckers. Excuse. Trustee Susan Eckert Ramos.
Here.
I'm getting
I'll
that.
get it 1 month. I'll get it 1 month.
I'll get it. Trustee Joseph Rand. Trustee Mendel Todd.
Excuse.
Trustee Richard Voigt.
Here.
Trustee Fatima Farouk.
Here.
Mr. Chairman, we do have a quorum.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. I'd like to just recognize Kathy Carroll, who's here from the Faculty Senate. And I'd also like to find out if anybody like to make a public comment. Okay, if there's no public comment, I'd like to move right to the consent agenda. There's 4 items on the consent agenda tonight. All of these items have been discussed at our previous workshop meeting, so I'm going to read them. The first one is the approval of the previous meeting minutes dated 12/22/2017. Number 2 is a resolution, the approval to discontinue the AAS degree in emergency medical services. That's resolution number 1, 2018. Number 3 is the approval to amend transfer credit policy, resolution 2, 2018. Number 4 is the approval of the lowest responsible bidder, rental service of mats, dust, and wet mops. This is contract number RFP PF05-17, and this is resolution 3-2018. Can I have a motion to approve the resolution?
I have moved to approve the consent agenda.
Okay. Who
Is there a
seconded?
second?
Mary Ellen? Okay. Any questions or comments? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, the motion passes. Thank you. Academic Affairs, Dr. Deere.
Good evening. You have my report. I just wanted to remind the board that I handed out the standards for accreditation for Middle States and the requirements of affiliation. This is a transition by Middle States from 14 standards of excellence to 7 standards for accreditation. The concentration as we move forward with Middle States is specifically in 4 areas. The mission of the college, everything focuses around the mission, student success, innovation, and self-improvement. Self-improvement is really, really important because Middle States doesn't want you to look at what you're going to do and never reach those goals futuristically. They want to know how you're moving the college forward. The other thing is that there was a resolution tonight on the discontinuance of the AAS degree in emergency medical services. That's really EMT and paramedic. It was not cost effective for the college to maintain that program with only a handful of students graduating and costing us almost $500,000 a year. The needs of those students will be met through the county, since the interest for our students really was in a Department of Health certificate to become a paramedic or an EMT. We took some time with this because according to the State University of New York, we must give students in the program time to graduate, which we have done, and currently there are no students registered for the program. The other thing is that, last thing is that SUNY has been working for 2 years on a proposal for micro-credentialing. Specifically, we're looking to meet the needs of the workforce a little bit better with credentials, micro-credentials, looking to move non-credit to credit. We are part of the Hudson Valley Educational Consortium, and there's a task force that's been charged by the Executive Committee of the Hudson Valley Educational Consortium to come up with the needs of the workforce in the non-credit area so that we could look to creating credit micro-credentialing. The next step after the task force is to vet it through the Hudson Valley Educational Consortium Executive Committee and then take it to our institutional faculty so that it can be vetted on the academic side. So I'm very excited about that as we move forward. because I'm hoping that we'll break ground at RCC and pave the way for everybody else, not only within SUNY, but nationally. Any questions?
Thank you, Dr. Deere.
Thank you.
Student Services, Vice President Dana Stilley.
Good evening, everyone. You have my written report. I wanted to provide an update this evening on our Guided Pathways initiatives. We have begun our work in this area by putting together a team of faculty and administrators to begin a scale of adoption assessment. And what that assessment really involves is that we take a deep dive into our activities, our practices, and challenges relating into 3 key areas. The first area is our pathway to student end goals. The second area is how do we help students choose and enter a pathway. And then the third area is how do we keep students on that pathway. Once the team has completed the assessment, we will provide that to SUNY, and they will then know how to provide us with the appropriate workshops, coaching, and any technical assistance that we will need. Our first meeting with the other community colleges in the cohort will take place March 15th and March 16th at Monroe Community College, and we have been confirmed to host the second event in June, the 27th and 28th. So we will provide you with more information on those as we get closer to those dates. Are there any questions?
No questions? Thank you, Ms. Stilley. Finance and Administration, AVP Joseph Meyer.
Good evening. You have my reports. Any questions? What I would like to talk about briefly is our payroll department has just implemented a new and enhanced time and attendance system, which is more robust than the one we have currently. It takes away a lot of the key punching manual stuff. It makes it all computer generated, so keeping track of time and accruals and compensation, it just makes it much easier to process. And that we just started it, actually this last payroll. So if there's no other questions.
Any questions? Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
Resource Development, do you want to say anything? Okay, thank you. Board Secretary?
Open report. Sure.
Thank you. Foundation report? Anything? No? Anything for NYSEG?
Just that after Advocacy Day, I understand it's been canceled, so ideally we'll have something locally.
Okay. Student government?
Just that the opioid training that Senator Carlucci is leading, the SGA will be participating in that, and that's going to be on February 1st at 6 p.m. at Clarkstown South High School if anyone wants to attend. End of report.
Any questions? No questions. Any old or new business? Okay, I'd like a motion to adjourn.
That's a record.
That's a record.
That's a record. I make a motion to join.
Okay.
I second it.
Okay, all in favor? Aye. Thank you, everyone, and a Happy New Year.